This video from Casio Help, we're taking a quick look at the out-the-box setup and first use initialization of the SE-C3500 register. To carry out this procedure, in addition to the register itself, you'll need two AA batteries, you'll need the till PGM key. The quick start guide will help. We'll be following the procedure laid out in the quick start guide, and you'll also need two thermal 57mm till rolls. Okay, so the first thing to do following the quick start guide is to set the memory protection batteries. So to do this, you lift off the printer cover, pull up the platen arm here gently, and the batteries are located, or the batteries go under this cover, which is just out of shot under where the till roll would sit. The batteries don't give the machine any power, but what they do is act as memory protection, so if the machine gets switched off, you don't lose your sales or programming data. Once you've loaded them, the next thing to do is to set the receipt paper. So you leave the platen arm open and load the paper so that the thermal shiny side is facing down, and then gently click the platen arm back into place. We then need to load the journal paper. To do this, again, platen arm lifts up here, and the paper again just gets dropped in, thermal shiny side facing down, and you close the platen arm and make sure that it clicks back into place. The only difference with the journal roll is that you now need to attach it to the spool at the back of the machine. The way to do this is to feed it through the two spindles or two slots on the central spindle. If you're struggling with this, you can remove the side disc, the paper guide, and then pop it back on when you've loaded the paper. What I'm doing here is, as I'm dropping the spool back into place, I'm tightly winding the paper around the central spindle to make sure that it sits properly and doesn't billow all the paper everywhere when I start using it. So now we can put the printer cover back on with the till rolls correctly loaded. We can pop our key in just to the off position for now, and then connect the till to the mains. Lift this display up so you can see it properly. First option we get is to select the language, so obviously we're going for English. When you're programming the Casio tills, the CA Amount 10 button is kind of like your enter button on a computer. So we scroll down to the language you want and then press CA Amount 10. We then pop in the date, day, month, year, and the time. Cache amount 10 to confirm. Once it's done its initialization, the till will ask for the tax information. I'm not going to program any tax on this machine, but I'll explain how you do it, and it does show it in the quick start guide. So we go to the reg position once it's finished that. So this machine has actually already been pre-initialized, so it's skipped the tax programming and gone straight to the use. So I can now turn the key to the reg mode as I have and start processing transactions. Or I can turn the key round to the PGM position and start programming my departments. So on this machine you have 72 buttons here, which are all departments. So you see that sale I popped through was department 1. So to edit department 1, you could type in a description using the alpha keyboard that will be included in with you where the quick start guide is. And it's dead simple. You literally just type in the name you want for that button. You got a delete key somewhere, there it is, space. On the Casios you get up to 12 characters per product. Price is entered without entering the decimal point. I'll talk about tax shortly, but basically if you were setting tax up on the machine, you can now go into the tax setting and choose a tax rate. So we'll say tax rate 1 for this one. Subtotal. I've got more videos explaining how to do all the different settings, so you're welcome to watch those, because I'll go into a lot more detail. But this is basically where you set the tax setting. This may have come up, I'd pre-initialised this machine and I'd forgotten I'd done that, so this tax programming should have come up, or may come up, when you do the initialisation of your machine. Basically you just go in and set your tax rates, and then in another video I'll explain how to assign those tax rates to the various departments. So yeah, that's the machine basically ready to go. We've got our batteries in, we've got it turned on, it's in the reg mode, paper's loaded correctly, so we can start using or start programming. There's other videos probably appearing on screen now to help you set up the 3500. You're welcome to watch those. You can also subscribe to this YouTube channel or visit casiohelp.co.uk for more. Thanks for watching.